Welcome back to One Piece Anime Re-Review, Part 43. This was discussing episodes 710 to 712. The very first episode of this batch wraps up the whole thing with Sai. Yep, basically Sai is still continuing on, being annoyed by Baby Five, like she thinks he needs her. And then he basically tries to convince her to commit suicide. And then he realizes, he made a mistake with that. Then of course he's stopped by his own grandfather, basically like whole mentioning about like you don't need to take her as a fiance. You're already engaged. You're really engaged to this particular person, but they mention the person by name, which they don't think they mentioned in the dub. Like remember, nope. Then pretty much, so he beats him basically with his hockey foot, bends the actual drill in his head, and proclaims, "Yeah, you beat me, so you can automatically take over. Like you can take up the dragon nail. Your foot's basically that. It's become very powerful, and you basically fully assume the title of the leader of the Heppel army. And you can take this woman as your bride. I'll cancel the." And he says he'll cancel the political engagement. Like okay, and then of course you have Sai versus Leo G. Leo G is not liking this at all, who basically easily beats up the Don. And then, of course, Sai basically kicks him once in the head really hard and beats him. So he's proclaimed to fall. And then, of course, hey, babies fell too. Fell in love. And she basically just holds on his arm. He's like kind of embarrassed by it because he basically proclaimed he'll take this woman as his bride despite the fact he barely knows her. Yep, and that wraps up that fight. The very next episode is basically a continuous fight between Luffy and Bellamy. We'll also continue a little bit with Law and Doflamingo, which Doflamingo has chopped up Law's arm. But that's not wrapped up here, so don't worry about that. In the case of Luffy vs. Bellamy, I believe this actually, they wrap up their fight here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but in the case of some of the other fighters, well, Zoro's still take on Pika. This fight lasts for a freaking long time. That's what it does. So we have Bartholomew and Cabbage taking on Delfinger and the exploding guy. Which I think his name is? I forgot the guy's name. Well, first we have, trying to explode. Of course, they run away. And then Dillinger ends up taking on the arm guy. I don't remember his name. He, of course, gets bitten by him because he's actually a shark boy. Like, basically half man, half shark. And then he's basically sliced up. He's actually shish kebab by Cabbage, who's gone to who's sleeping cabbage mode, who takes him out and the exploding guy. I'm just smiling to see a picture of Christina V. Yep. So those two particular executives are taken out, and then of course Bartholomew wonders who the heck this person is, and realizes this is Cabbage, the evil one. Then he basically takes out a lot of Doflamingo's goons, and they know it's Nico Robin. Of course, he tries to attack Cabbage, Bartholomew, but luckily he blocks his hole. And then of course, he took some of the barrier to try to Nico Robin, but luckily Nico Robin says save herself, and that's the thing ends. That's literally all that happens over the course of 3 episodes. Now you might be asking, okay, where's Frankie? Well, they will give an update on his fight at all. Okay. Usopp is still, as far as I can tell, he was last saved the plot, so he's basically done. Yeah, Usopp's basically, his plot thread is wrapped up. He basically doesn't do anything rest the whole thing. I mean, he's all done with the fighting. Sugar's out, so they only take care of that one. So, they've already taken out, basically 4 executives have fallen. 3 have been defeated. 1 has basically fallen in love with Sai. And there's still some left, but not a lot. I'd say they take out those 4. Baby is taking out, Sugar taking out 2. So, all that's left is Senior Pink, Doflamingo, and Turbo. And that's simply it. Those 3 are the only ones left. Oh yeah, also you continue a little bit of the fight between Kratos, Rebecca versus the Flagman. They continue a little bit of that fight where they actually stop him waving the ground, and of course they take him on full on. They basically continue to fight just for a little bit here, for one part of basically episode 711, and then they cut away to something else. Yep. So, but I think, wow, that's basically described in just 5 minutes, 3 episodes. Yep, but don't worry. I'll hopefully get a chance to discuss more of this later on. Okay. So yeah, so that's a particular view, and that's probably gonna be a video today because I will check out something a bit, and then I'm going to probably take care of more videos like this tomorrow. And a Comic Cores coming tomorrow, maybe. Okay. Next video. Bye.